Some books give you chills, others steal your sleep, and then there are those rare few that burrow into your brain, whispering at 3 a.m., "You should never have read me." Well, happy Halloween week, my friends, because today I'm counting down the 30 most horrifying novels published since 1975. Books that critics, readers, and probably a few traumatized librarians agree are some of the scariest ever written. Hello there, fellow horror fans. I'm Jim, and welcome to Fantasy for the Ages, where sometimes I hang out with my son Zach, talking fantasy, science fiction, and other nerdy stuff. But he's off doing something far less terrifying this week, a vacation. So you just get me and 30 nightmares bound in paper. If you enjoy epic fantasy, dark sci fi, and occasionally the kind of horror that makes you question your life choices, then hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss future episodes. And of course, huge thanks to our Patreon supporters, such as Tall Dark and DT. You guys make these countdowns possible. For today's episode, I'm leaning full tilt into Halloween vibes. This list is not just about my favorites, although there's quite a few in here I thoroughly love, but this is grounded in consensus. Critic rankings from places like Esquire and Paste Magazine, Goodreads horror community ratings, and the opinions of countless readers who said, "I loved this book, but I wish I hadn't read it right before bedtime." I've ranked these 30 novels by levels of horror. How deeply each book unsettles, disturbs, or outright terrifies. It's part research, part reader wisdom, and a high dash of subjective fear factor. So my 30 may not be your 30, but it gives us something fun to talk about here during Halloween. As the episode title says, I'm only considering books for this list published since 1975, the past 50 years. For while there certainly are terrifying and exceptional horror novels from before 75, I feel like around that date and moving forward, the tone and style of horror shifted to something darker, edgier, and often a little more real in all the most disturbing of ways. And because it's fun to build suspense, we'll go in reverse order, from creepy to catastrophic, from chilling to please make it stop. Mind you, we'll keep it spoiler light as usual, but I hope this episode will grow your TBR. And if you've already had horrifying encounters with some of these novels, I invite you to share your pain down in the comments. Okay, let's fly through this list because you really just want to know, which books did Jim put on the list? Let's go. Number 30, The Wasp Factory by Ian Banks, 1984 publication. We start with twisted Scottish solitude. A boy, a private religion, and secrets so grotesque, you'll almost laugh before you cringe. It's blackly funny, than just black. Number 29, Coraline by Neil Gaiman, 2002 novel. Yes, it's a children's book. If your child enjoys button-eyed moms and existential dread, proof that a story doesn't need gore to make adults sweat. Number 28, The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey, a 2014 novel. A fungus-based apocalypse, and one terrifyingly precious little girl. Imagine The Last of Us, but more literary and more heartbreaking. Number 27 on my list, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, 2014. Ego horror meets existential breakdown. The further the biologist explores Area X, the less she, and you, understand what's real. Good luck sleeping after that ending. Number 26, The Red Tree by Caitlin R. Kiernan, 2009. A lonely farmhouse, a local legend, and one truly untrustworthy narrator. It's like reading a diary that slowly starts writing you back. Number 25, The Hunger by Alma Katsu, 2018. The Donner Party, but hungrier. Real life horror woven with something ancient pacing outside the wagons. Bon appetit. Number 24, Pontypool Changes Everything by Tony Burgess, 1995. Language itself becomes the infection. Say the wrong word, and you're the monster. Somewhere, every English teacher just shuddered. Number 23, A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay, 2015. Is it possession or mental illness? Or worse, a TV show? Reality breaks first, but the family isn't far behind. Number 22 is The Cipher by Kathy Koya or Koja, not sure how she pronounces it, 1991. There's a hole in the floor and it wants you to look. Don't. Seriously, don't. Number 21 is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward, 2021. A boarded up house, a missing girl, and a cat with opinions. This one bends your brain in half, then politely asks if you'd like to scream. All right, that was our first 10. Let's move on up again, amping up the intensity of these horror novels. Number 20 is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia, 2020. Lush, elegant, and absolutely dripping with fungal body horror. It's Rebecca meets The Thing, and I'll never trust wallpaper again. Number 19, The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, 2020. A haunting steeped in guilt and antlers. One of the most powerful voices in modern horror turns a hunting story into generational vengeance. Number 18, The Troop by Nick Cutter, 2014 novel. Boy Scouts, an island, and a parasite that eats you from the inside. Readers routinely say, I wish I hadn't eaten before reading this. Number 17, Bird Box by Josh Mallerman, 2014 novel. See the monsters and go insane, so you don't look. Mallerman weaponizes your imagination, which is always scarier than anything that gets described. Number 16, The Ritual by Adam Neville, 2007. A hiking trip gone horribly wrong. The forest is alive, hungry, and not into tourists. Number 15 goes to The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker, a 1986 novel. A puzzle box, pain-loving demons, and the origin of Pinhead. Barker's prose is so beautiful, you almost forget how gruesome it is. Almost. Number 14, The Descent by Jeff Long, 1999. Cave explorers find something ancient living beneath the earth. Let's just say the dark is not empty, it's occupied. Number 13, Let the Right One In by John Ivedy Lindquist, 2004. A tender vampire friendship that bites back. It's as heartbreaking as it is horrifying. Number 12, The Terror by Dan Simmons, 2007. Arctic exploration meets supernatural stalking. You'll feel cold just reading it, and not just from the snow. And number 11, The Ruins by Scott Smith, 2006 novel. Vacationers discover ancient vines with a taste for flesh. Sun, sand, and screaming. Spring break forever. All right, that leaves us the top 10. The ones that hit the most, that terrify in the worst ways, and really hold some darkness. We start with number 10, The Road by Cormac McCarthy, 2006 novel. A father and son trudge through the end of the world, chased by hunger and hopelessness. Horror doesn't always need monsters. Number 9, The Silence of the Lambs by Thomas Harris, 1988. Hannibal Lecter and Clarice Starling redefine psychological horror. Every conversation feels like peeling skin with politeness. Number 8, The Fisherman by John Langan, 2016. Two grieving men go fishing and find an ocean of grief deeper than they imagined. Cosmic despair has never felt so eloquent. Number 7, Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy, 1985. The Wild West as Hell's Vacation Home. Judge Holden, philosopher, monster, or both? Yes. Number 6 goes to American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis, the 1991 novel. Yuppie culture meets ritual slaughter. It's satire so sharp it cuts the reader, too. Number 5, House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski, 2000 novel. A house that's bigger on the inside and a book that's worse. Reading it feels like getting lost in the margins of your own sanity. Number 4 goes to The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum, 1989. Based on a true crime so awful, you'll wish it wasn't. There are no monsters here, only humans, which somehow makes it worse. And we finally come to the top 3, and a name that you've perhaps been missing. Number 3 is It by Stephen King, 1986. Pennywise the Clown and the Town of Derry. Childhood fear made flesh, and that flesh has teeth. Number 2 goes to The Shining by Stephen King, 1977, the oldest book on this list. Cabin fever, alcoholism, and ghosts that really want you to stay. The Overlook Hotel doesn't need to chase you. You'll go back on your own. And number 1, still by Stephen King, Pet Sematary. You know it, 1983, because sometimes dead is better. King's bleak masterpiece of grief and resurrection breaks hearts before it breaks minds. And for sheer existential horror, nothing beats it. This book terrified me. So there you have it. 30 novels guaranteed to make your Halloween sleepless. Whether you prefer haunted houses, cosmic nightmares, or just humanity being horrifying on its own, this list covers the full dark buffet. If you've read any of these, drop a comment below and tell me which ones scared you the most, or which ones you'll never read again. And if I missed your personal nightmare fuel, I want to hear that too. Drop those books down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you don't miss the lighter side of speculative fiction that Zach and I usually spend our time in. Once you survive Halloween, come back for a little better fun. Thanks for watching Fantasy for the Ages, where we celebrate all things imaginative, even the ones that make us check under the bed. Happy Halloween, everyone, and pleasant dreams, if you can manage them. We'll talk to you next time.